Yeah, I gotta show you the Echo bosses, Squiddy. I think you'll find those interesting. Every region has an Echo boss that's just like a boss with different mechanics, essentially. And they drop like really nice, good items. I know Colosseum is probably got the most interesting stuff going on, but like DK's Grotesque Guardians are really neat. It's a kind of a Grotesque Guardians is kind of a boring fight once you know it. Should have been Echo Fasani's Nightmare. Oh, I think Echo Araxor would have been pretty cool, but I'm just gonna get an Inquisitor's Helm and, you know, be on my day. Or Bruise. Let me show you these bosses, Squiddy, because you'll find these interesting. Better try for drops at Echo Soul or regular Colo? I think Echo is the best if you're trying to get like normal drops. Let me show you these real quick. I'll just do all three of them because why not? So I'll show you the ones that I have access to, Squiddy. We're gonna do do I have is this DK's? It is. Yo, this is the sickest relic ever, Squid Lion. This clue compass. It just teleports you to any stash unit in the game, which is a lot, but it also directly teleports you to clues. So for clues like this, where it's right at Dagannoth Kings, I can just click here and it'll teleport me to Dagannoth Kings. So here's the Echo Dagannoth Kings. Oops. It's a lot of movement, a lot of prayer. Flicking. And they all drop stuff. Yay. It's a pretty neat boss. So that's Dagannoth Kings. That was cool. I think, like, there's some bosses that have really cool mechanics. You should definitely look at, like a video of Echo Soul. They also all drop unique items. So the Dagannoth Kings drop these rings and necklace. The necklace gives 10 prayer, 15 melee strength, 15 range strength, 10% magic damage, 30 attack in all styles, and 30 defense in all styles. The ring is the exact same but gives 5% magic damage instead. So it's 30 range strength, which is 6 sets of Masori, essentially. Just very good stats. The Echo Grotesque Guardians. Oops. You also don't need attacks to kill them, by the way, which is really nice. Echo Grotesque Guardians. It spawns Echo Dusk. You're in melee range, it'll do an AoE melee attack. It spawns Dawn. And a third Echo, which is definitely not Dusk. It's just a lot of movement. Lots of stuff happens. This thing on the floor will, like, chase you around. Ooh. And it's like a wall. You can't go through it. It's a really cool fight with a lot going on. It's pretty neat. That gives you the Gloves of the Damned, which amplifies the Barrows items. It makes Darox, as I mentioned, just hit like a truck. And then I unlocked the Wilderness, which gives me Echo's King Black Dragon, which is funny because it's not even really a Wilderness boss. But he gives you 2 of the most busted items, in my opinion, in this leagues, which is The Thousand Dragon Ward, which makes you immune to all status effects while worn, has 12 range or 12 melee strength, so it's very strong, very tanky, and good magic attack in all styles. And 6 prayer. And the Thunder Kopesh, which is basically like a DDS that has the strength of a zombie axe, the attack speed of a Saildor, and also has a special attack of a Void Waker. It just hits like a truck, and it has AoE lightning. It's very, very good. I'll use it on this boss here. I'll show you Echo DKs. It also makes DKs just because Dagonoth, or not DKs, what's it called? KBD only attacks with status effects, so you can just sit still with this ward on it and it doesn't damage you. But I'll show you the Echo KBD. This is also kind of a boring fight, but it's interesting either way. It's really annoying if you're a meleeer. Of course, my Kopesh missed. I'm gonna use the crossbow, because I don't care. But it has a lot of, like, AoE attacks that it does. And then, halfway through the fight, it will spawn 4 black dragons that do a lot of damage to you. Especially if you don't have the ward, like I do. But the unique part about the mechanics here is that these can be damaged by King Black Dragon. So you can do a lot of, like, cool luring stuff in this fight. And that's Echo KBD. I got an elite clue. But yeah, it's a cool, like, it's really cool how every single region has a boss like this. And they all drop interesting things too. Oops, let's go over them. Karend. Karen's is probably the worst of all of them. Or, like, I guess the most useless, other than maybe Kandrin. Kandrin is a dead region. No one takes it. But you get Echo Hespori, and he drops the Nature's Reprisal, which is like a salamander with long attack range. That has good stats in all styles. So it's like a good, like, mid-game item that you can use as a meleeer for, like, melee range, which is really nice. Because it has the 7-tile attack range. People call it the Blicky. There's always people running around with them, so I'm sure we'll see one soon. Varlamore. Varlamore has Echo Soul Heredit. This dude has some of the most busted items imaginable. The Sunlight Spear, it's like a Fang in terms of damage. Every time you attack, it gains a sunlight stack, which when you spec with the sunlight stacks, it uses 7 stacks. You hit every NPC within 3 tiles of you. Your damage is increased by 3% per prayer bonus, and it hits like a truck. So it's typeless damage, so people will use it at Nylos in Tob and just spec the ground, and it'll just kill everything within a 3-tile radius. And then the coup de grace, the Sunlit Bracers, these things were really overlooked, I think, when people were looking at this boss. They're just Barrow's Gloves, essentially. They're a little worse than Barrow's Gloves. They have a little bit more range strength than the Zarite Van Braces, but all of your healing is increased by 100%. So if you eat a Karambwan, it heals you like 44. Your Blood Fury heals you a ton. If you combo eat, you immediately go to 99. So it's very, very good for that. Tyrnwyn, this is something that Squiddy would love, because I've heard that this is a great boss. Corrupted Echo Hunlif. Very, very cool. You skip all of prep. Oh, the same thing with Colosseum. You skip all of prep. It gives you some items. I would recommend looking up a fight of this boss, because it's really interesting. But it drops the Crystal Blessing, which, when worn, if you're wearing crystal armor, it will apply the accuracy and damage to all melee weapons while equipped. So you'll just see people running around in crystal all the time. Like, watch, I'll go to top right now, and I'm sure that I will see people just running around in crystal. Here's one. This guy's in crystal. Also, everyone has a Slayer helm on because there's a bug. This guy's in crystal. This guy's in crystal. This guy is in crystal. But it's really, really nice. You get a massive attack and defense bonus with it. Or attack and accuracy. Kandrin, the completely dead region. Like, nobody took this region because it's terrible. You get Echo Thermi. The Thermi fight's actually pretty neat. The item is useless. It's just an offhand weapon that exploits NPC like elemental weaknesses, so like things that are weak to fire or air are just doubled. It also gives you all elemental runes infinitely and gives a 6 magic strength bonus. It's not that big of an area. Karamja does not have one, neither does Mistlin. Fremenic is DK's, Wilderness is KBD, Mauritania, as I mentioned. Asgarnia, this is one that you would think is cool, Squiddy, is Echo Cerberus. Is this the true god sword or simply a joke replica? It's called the dog sword. It makes your character bark when you spec with it. But it just hits with every single god sword effect. So it's a BGS, SGS, ZGS, Ancient God Sword, and AGS all in one. So it's a really good spec weapon. And then Desert is interesting. It's Echo KQ, which I've heard is better than normal KQ, or more fun to fight. And it gives you the Drygore blowpipe, which is like the toxic blowpipe. And it just has the Osmumten's Fang accuracy effect on it, which is really cool. So those are all the Echo bosses. They all have like YouTube videos and stuff online. I definitely recommend looking at Soul Heredit and Corrupted Hunlif. They're really cool. We're going back to Vasani's. Oh, I'm gonna get a Locator Orb. I really hope I don't get the Sleepy Tablet, because I have Sage's Greaves, so every time I run I get agility XP. Yeah, this is a really, really fun leagues for PVM in general. I think it's great. Oh, and Squiddy. There's one other thing that you should see if you're still around. I don't know if I have a good picture of it anywhere. But specifically in 2 raids, Theater of Blood and Tombs of a Masket. If you do the hard mode variants, if someone rolls a purple, every single player rolls a purple. And walking into the chest room with every single chest being purple is so cool. And they replaced mega rares. You can't get a scythe from a top chest. You instead get a mega rare voucher that you can trade in for any mega rare. So I have all 3. You trade them in Lumbridge to get whichever mega rare you want. Let me see if I have a screenshot of this top room. So I think I do somewhere. Like my first one, I took a screenshot. I'm like, this will never feel old. I don't. Surely someone does. Yeah, I can't find any. But every single chest is purple, which is really cool. It's the same with TOA. If you do anything that's 500 or above, everyone gets a purple if one person does. But TOA is boring because it doesn't show like any purple outline on the chests. But Tob has the lights above every single chest, and it's so cool. All I have is like loot screenshots from Tob. Where you can see like the chests in the background, I guess. Give me 1 second, I have a loot screenshot. Looking through CAs. Bro, come on. But like, here's an example screenshot. Give me a second. So like, you go into the chest room, and every single chest has the loot beams above them, and you can get any item from the chest. All the kits are boosted, so it's very easy to just like run in, click a chest, see like, oh, like 3 people got holy kits and rapiers and all that stuff. I mean, look at this. Yeah, that is such a sick screenshot. Look at that one that Shep just posted, where you're like running into the chest room, and every single chest is purple. It never gets old. And as long as you don't have like more than 7 deaths, you're usually fine. So it never gets old. And here's the my top log currently. I got 5 dusts. Don't tell Gant. But we're back at Fasani's. This place sucks. I actually need to go plant some trees for overgrown real quick, or some seeds. I'll do it later. I need to go back to Muspah and get some torsal seeds. Oh my god. What a banger. Okay. Which... oh, this pillar's still alive. Yeah, since I don't have any range damage bonus items, like I don't have Masori, I don't have Void, I just camp whatever style I'm using, so I'm only using Mage here. And if I'm only using range, I just wear Prayer Robes, or Full Justy, whichever is more appropriate. Man. I don't think this this parasite kills me. Oh no, it barely hit me. I gotta go back to Tormented Demons at some point. I already have all the like item tasks there, but I'm still missing like the KC tasks, and they fixed the teleport scrolls too, so they actually work now. A 200 on the pillar, holy moly. I'm gonna proc my final stand here. 68, 145, 71, 126. So nice. And now my stats are boosted. It's so good for range and mage in particular because they boost your stats above 112, which doesn't happen with any item. It unfortunately puts your melee stats below super combat range, though. Drop rate from Fasani's is 1 in 11 for anything. So I'm pretty sure I'm lucky on items in general. Unfortunately, I've just received the same item. Oh god. Oh, that's gonna hurt in it. Please don't one-shot me. Thank you. Nice try. We sit and we click the boss with our Twisted Billington. See, Fasani's is currently not, like, quote-unquote optimal for me to do right now. Because the optimal path would be to get full Virtus first. Or full Virtus. But I don't want to kill Duke, because he's boring. So we're going to be here instead. That boss sucks in leagues. It is so bad. 206. Oh my god, don't do this to me. Good luck. Inquisitor's helmet. Soul runes. Never lucky. Never lucky. 38 KC though. We've done all the combat achievements for both Nightmare and Fasani's. Another heater, huh? I just started off with a 189. That was kind of cool. Oops. This is also another Sunny song. I just hit a 236 on a pillar. Holy moly. Try and call over funsies. Ooh. Did you watch the whale guide on how to do Echo Soul? Which is just click them and ignore the mechanics because you're super giga busted late game. He's like, I love his guide. He's so dry humor in the guide, and he's just like, Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick specialist, you're gonna get the Kopesh, get a gear set up like mine. You're just gonna spec them 4 times. You can just ignore all the mechanics, and it's fine. The pillars come out, you just want to blood barrage the pillars. Then once you've blood barrage the pillars, you can just go back to specking the boss, because you'll have full spec again. And then he's dead. You're like, huh? Okay. I love it so much. It's so silly. What a silly little guide. What a silly dude. Oh my god, hi. Whale's a silly little guy? Yeah. I love this boss in Leagues. I just need for full completion of this boss, I need both pieces of Inquisitor and the Inquisitor's mace, and then I'm done. I don't have to do this anymore. Which, all of that could take a while, you know? Kind of wild that we went... I'm shuffled in a playlist and it's same artist back to back. 222 on the pillar. What happened to Linkin Park? They released new music, which is kind of cool. They have a new singer. I haven't listened to the new album a whole lot. It's not like my favorite band of all time. We did listen to a Linkin Park song earlier. One of their new ones. I like their new music. It's different, but it's good. It's different, but it's good. So I can't say too much about it because I'm not like super into Linkin Park, but watch, she's gonna melee me. Yeah, you little rat. Saw that coming from a mile away. Oops. You just kind of learn at this boss that it will always just choose the most annoying option for you every time, so... If I go up here, it'll melee me. I'm waiting. Yep. Just read like a book. Dude, I am nuking this pillar. I love that with Final Stand, you can just ignore the entire last phase. Like, I can just do this. It's kind of cool, you know? Whoa, 24 sharks. That was such a quick kill. 508 is really fast. For me, at least, it's really quick. Now, if I was 5'5", it'd be so quick, but... Oh boy. How do you make a song request? Squiddy, just link a song and I will do it for free for you. Because I love you. Just link a like a Spotify link or like a YouTube link or something, and I'll just play it. We're amping this bitch up. Okay. I've got some heaters on this playlist. Some like really upbeat stuff. This is just the wide variety of stuff on this playlist. Man, I really hit 22 on that pillar. Dude, hit this pillar for higher than like a 3, please. There we go. Ow. Chinning nibblers. Is there anything you need to know? No. You just throw the chins at them. Man. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back, because I do want to listen to that song that's playing now, but I'm going to queue up Squiddy's song now. Medium fuse, yeah. And then we are going to skip this song.